G'day, guys, and welcome back. This is Captain James Force. I'm joined by Infinity. We did some production magic behind the scenes, hence why the stream ended very briefly. But hopefully, that means the grand final will be perfect. Who knows?
Why'd you
Technical
say it?
issues.
If you didn't say it, James, it would be
I know.
perfect now. You've just cast a curse at the stream, mate.
Would it be Europa Halo without technical issues? That's my point to you.
No, it's okay. We knew this.
No.
We knew this would happen. It's okay. It's all right though. All right. It's part of the charm of Europa Halo, mate. Don't worry about it. We got a grand final coming up as well. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. It is going to be Vexed Gaming versus Do Something. Do Something, Zed Mighty, So Snaky, Cloney, and Glory. Vexed, as you saw, 3-1ing the losers final. Squashy, Hollows, Looney, and Warlord.
Yeah, it was a great losers bracket final. I think we saw a lot more resistance coming out there from Must Be Nice. But in terms of Vex Gaming versus this Do Something roster, whole different beast. This Do Something team destroyed Must Be Nice. But it wasn't a competition. Let's be frank about it. Must Be Nice. I mean, maybe the closest map in that best of five was actually the third one. That was an oddball Streets. But regardless, I think, in terms of what we saw from Do Something, it was special. I think we can say that much, James.
Yeah, it was pretty special, and I'm interested to see what they're going to do here. We're going to start with King of the Hill Recharge. We are just getting into it right about now. Then it's going to be Street Slayer, CTF Aquarius. So excited for that. Catalyst. We get that far, but here we are. We're going to be starting already.
Indeed, we are. Right into it we go here, James, and we'll see now the same Venom. How to do something here that we did in that first best of five of our day here on the casting desk, or whether or not Vex Gaming can really start to build up the momentum they got in that last one. So we'll see how this one goes. Right now, they're on board with Glory to see what he can do. Has to support some teammates around him, and the kill feed will be theirs. King of the Hill control now for Do Something. How many points can they get off this?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not only how many points, you mean if they can.
How much control? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So sometimes my brain does funny things. All right, James.
Too many. Yes, first King of the Hill is always the tough one, right? It just pops it right out into the wood. Says, there you go, good luck playing that, friends. But early do something side. Zed Mighty's 6-1 already, so he is definitely smashing it early. Looney's still yet to get on the board, so yeah. For doing something, a lot of damage early, but how much control can they get? As briefly, very briefly, going to try and get control of that hill.
But early on in this game has been pretty much all Do Something. That last, so that's the question. Is Warlord able to get towards the heal now? Has quite a lot to deal with. Mighty's, of course, who has been the MVP so far today from Do Something. As you say, 6-1 at the moment. Wants to try and cause some more damage. Do Something well on their way to start to do exactly that. Got to deal with Squashy on the crossfire. Will not get that kill just yet. Now the 2-1 against Warlord inside elevator. Of course, Snaky going to win that one, and now aggression starting to come out here from Do Something. They're able to get control. The slide across with the shock rifle. It will result in that shock rifle actually changing hands here to Vex Gaming.
Yeah, beautiful work there, and still both teams are not able to assert full control onto this hill. Once the first hill goes down, usually the second couple of hills are a little bit easier. But as we see, Warlord with the shock rifle here, what can he do? Or what is he going to be able to do here? Not able to take down Cloney. He is going to take a lot of damage and is eventually going to go down from So Snaky. So the shock rifle going to go back to Do Something. They're kind of flirting. They're gently flirting with hill control. Squashy's going to get one kill, and Vex Gaming are going to take some control of their own.
Such a close first kill of the game here. You can already see teams start to position themselves for that second one as well. Vex Gaming on the right side of the map for it. As that capture will come through. There you go. Vex Gaming going to start this one strong, but now maybe some resistance coming out here from Do Something as Glory and Z Mighty is able to get a kill in piece. That will open up a lane here so that they can make their way on towards the point. And whether or not they've got control, Warlord has quite a lot to do, facing down a couple of players, just too much to do. So good rotation, I would say, coming out of Do Something there, despite the fact that they did lose control of the first hill. Now Do Something, they have control of the second.
Yeah, and I think that's really, really important for Vex Gaming. It's like, even if they lose this game, they actually took the first hill from Do Something, who looked unstoppable in the winners final. So maybe a little chink in the armor. We'll see how Do Something responds, but so snaky at 12 and 4 right now. So he's definitely doing his part, and I mean, Do Something making the second hill look extremely, extremely easy, as Glory's going to pick up that shock rifle, and it looks like Do Something about to confirm the first hill for themselves. Most, of course, not quite able to, but they will in a sec, and it will move to 1 apiece as it does now. But look, Vex Gaming already setting up over by Elevator, already starting to score some points on the second.
This is the big one right there, right? The Elevator hill. It's arguably the easiest one to hold. It's going to give them a point on the board here to do something if they're able to get it done. But they actually rotate. That's something that I'll be honest, that, you know, for them, I didn't really expect it, considering Vex Gaming, the first one, on towards the point. Do Something able to break through control. And now they themselves in control of the point. Mighties almost gets the shot play on towards one player. Not going to get it done. Glory's going to be the one to get that kill instead. And Mighties will actually fall. Camo down. Shot rifle down as well. Is there anything to be made? Pulsed away is that player. As Do Something now, just moments away from capping this point. Vex Gaming, you gotta kill this.
Yeah, Vex Gaming with that early little bit of control of the hill, and then Do Something just power on them. Now this is the Do Something in the winners final. Merciless, ruthless, and in total control. They're now 2-1 up, as So Snaky gets a double. Hollis does find Mighties, and Hollis is going to get one as well, but Tony is also going to find one, and now we're going to go to hill number 4. What can Vex do here? Because hill 2 and 3 were very, very easy.
I think it's that rotation really that's just so damning, isn't it? You know, the fact that the Do Something were able to make the rotation at all, and that's something that Vex Gaming simply should not have given away. And now, perhaps more importantly, right, they managed to get control of control tower, and now they're in control of that next point that would give them that 3-1 advantage. Now Glory inside has the support of Z-Mighties on the C stairs, and Z-Mighties able to pick up 2. The third one in for Glories, as the team shots starting to come on through now as well. The camo has been picked up by Z-Mighties, and this is a scary prospect now for Vex Gaming. You're spawning over towards Longport. At least you've got that in your favor, but just moments away now from capping the point. Glory is actually going to be pushed out here, trying to bait out these players in towards Hydro. But look at the kill feed once again. Vex Gaming are just not getting these frags.
Yeah, it's always, I mean, I feel like I'm stating the obvious, but difficult to get kills and hill caps dead, as Do Something is going to take hill number 3, and honestly, Vex Gaming, a great first hill, MIA for the next one. Right, and once again, Do Something, just all this control, just gathering up so much control onto this hill, and Vex, gonna have to do something, and just not getting those kills down. Every single one of their team is basically at a 0.5 KD, right? So, Do Something, shock into action after that first one, as Warlord is going to get a really nice kill and pick up that shock rifle, but still dies, actually, before he can do anything. He's going to get repulsed away. Hollis is going to find Glory, though. You've got to be winning, though. Repulsed away, you've got to be winning. Only finds Hollis, though, to do something. Next feeling a little bit lonely about not getting this down the hills. And Do Something about to polish this map off. Really uncontested after the first 2 hills.
Yeah. I think that's one way to describe the situation, isn't it, James? Let's be honest. Yeah, that was an incredible map coming out from Do Something there. As you said, I think about halfway through the game, probably even earlier than that, let's be honest. I think it was about 30% of the way through that game. We'll do something, we're like, right, okay, we don't care anymore. We're just going to fully take over this game. That is exactly what they did. They started to completely outslay their opposition. Again, you know, we saw Z-Mighties doing Z-Mighties things in Hydro. Yeah, just brilliant. I think really what encapsulates that game coming out from Do Something there, to me, is the rotation towards hill number 3 inside elevator, right? Because again, you talk about that rotation from Vex Gaming. It feels like, all right, we've lost control of long haul. Let's move over towards the next. And, you know, they just got broken pretty much straight away. And so, yeah, Do Something. That is the same kind of form that we expect to see out of them, considering what happened in the first best of 5 of the day.
Yeah, and look at that damage dealt. Just everyone in the 4K for Do Something. Vex Gaming, just 3K squashy, only with 2.9. But you're right, Vexed, like, you know where these hills are going to spawn, right? So you're right. They're like, okay, we lost long haul. That's fine. We're going to be one apiece. They sit at elevator and they're waiting. And then, yeah, just Do Something, just walks right in. Thank you. Pick them apart. We're just going to just snack on this hill. And then Vex just never recovered.
Can we just back it up just a second here, James? Just back on up just a second.
Snack on the hill.
Somebody get that GIF. Somebody get it. GIF, whatever you want to call it. I want to see somebody get James on. Somebody get the GIF of James on Twitter. Just. Yeah, lovely, beautiful. That is the perfect way to encapsulate it, to be fair. So I'll give you that much. Yeah.
Thanks.
Vex Gaming looking for crumbs there in map number 1. Now 1-0 down in this best of 5. Goodness me, you've sent me. Regardless, map number 2. That's coming up.
We've ruined him.
Street Slayer once again. I think it's a good way to go to our map set to show everybody at home what the best of 5 does actually look like, of course, because Recharge King the Hill, that has gone the way of Do Something, and that's the start that they wanted, isn't it? Really, you always ask these questions of a team that's been sitting kind of cold, if you will, waiting around for the result of the lower bracket final. Didn't even look cold. They looked hot as hell.
Yeah, and I definitely think the format helps them, right? Like the fact that we split it over 2 days. I know, like, it's kind of up in the air. Like, this is the first time we've done something like this, but to split it out means that winners final no longer leaves you sitting there for like 2 or 3 hours. So that ability to kind of, you're not getting that cold, means that it's probably still quite good for them. And I mean, they still haven't lost a map in the entire tournament yet, right? So Slayer on Streets is going to be up next. So we're going to see what they can do there. I'm just thinking back to the
you've done it now, mate. You know, this is it. This is what we just being here anymore. That's it. We're out. Yeah, regardless, Street Slayer, that is up next, even though we can't show you the map set right now. That is going to be the next map in the best of 5. Of course, we did actually see it in the last best of 5 between Vex Gaming and Must Be Nice. And, you know, that was the one map that Vex Gaming actually gave away in that one.
Worrying. If I'm honest, if you're going up against someone like Do Something and you lost them, I was 50-49, right? So it was super close. But
yeah, exactly.
If you're kind of giving that up in a series that you already won and it was quite close, I feel like Do Something are good enough, and they've showed it so far, that they're going to be merciless if you give them that sort of a sniff of opportunity. They're just going to come right in and take it out from underneath you. So if you're vexed, you got to tighten that up. You got to do something. You got to do something. Otherwise, Do Something is just going to take control. And when you're 2-0 down, we do love a reverse sweep here, but they have looked in total control so far.
Yeah, it's like the reverse sweep is never impossible. It's never impossible for a team to come back from the depths of defeat. But I think, regardless, in this particular situation, with the form that Do Something are currently on, the way that they are playing Halo right now, they're on a different level, I feel like, at the moment. We'll see whether or not that continues, though, as we're going to head into Street Slayer. It's going to be spankers. It's going to be bulldogs galore. And we'll see whether or not Do Something can live up to the name of the spanker and give their opposition a little bit of a fun time. Vex Gaming, though, they need this one. And, you know, if we're honest, we talk about kind of that last best of 5, you know, how it went versus Must Be Nice. Yes, this was the one map they lost. Ultimately, as you say, though, it was close, and they did have a lead at one point in the game.
Yeah, exactly. So, for Vexed, got to come out the gate hot. Glory getting the first kill. Squashy trading out Snaky straight away. So, yeah, Glory already on 2. Spanker's going to be there. He's going to pick up the Spanker. What can he do with it? Absolutely nothing. As Warlord's going to take his head out. There is a spare Spanker sitting in the middle. Mighty's pinging it. He is going to go down, but what are they going to be able to do to pick it up? It looks like Vex Gaming going to be able to pick up that Spanker.
Yeah, big pickup here from Vex Gaming early on if they want to utilize it correctly. See what they can do with it. Trade's now going down in the kill feed, on board with Snaky for the moment. The aggression's starting to pull on through here. Spike grenades being thrown out. It's basically pre-fire here with the spike grenades. Looking for a second versus Looney, and we'll find it. Snaky with early venom in this one. Now has the support of the Mighties, and you can see it from the POV of Warlord right now, getting swarmed by players. If you can get away with one frag here, that would be good. Unfortunately, it just doesn't happen. Starting to trades, excuse me, starting to come out now from Vex Gaming, as now we see Squashy. He's got the Spanker and Hound. I believe he just sent one out into the wild. Don't know if that second one is still ready to go, though.
Yeah, and, you know, for Vexed, you can't let this lead get out, right? Like, it's already at 3 kills. You cannot let do something kind of romp away. I saw the Spanker there. Squashy gets one before Loney trades him. And Spanker is going to be up again in 25 seconds. So kind of back-to-back Spankers going on here. But yeah, like it's now a 4 kill lead, right? So you really got to put a lid on this if you're Vex, because do something. Do have the power to just run away with this, right? Like, Zed Mighty's outstanding FFA player, been so good for Na'Vi, like, has really, I wouldn't say like they were good, but he's kind of unlocked it and taken it to another level. And now it's double triple kill for Snaky. Can he get the overkill? There's Warlord. There's Warlord. He's run out of bullets. Oh, I don't think he's gonna get it. He's gonna get an assist though. Beautifully done there to get that done. But yeah, Vex Gaming just looking on the back foot, already 6 kills down.
I do something, starting to pull away here in this game. Vex Gaming, they need to find their way back into this game. They need to do it pretty much now, to be honest. These early leads are never kind towards the opposition. On EuropaHalo's though. See if he can do something. The drop wall goes down. An attempt to get away is denied by Glory with the spike grenade. And now look at this aggression. This is what you love to see coming out from Glory. You can see Mighty's also starting to encroach on the team as well. And Mighty's able to get one elsewhere. Glory turns around for 2. It's headshots galore, as Glory living up to his name now as well. Do something. Starting to run away. I mean, we've been saying starting to run away this game time and time again, but it's just stuff like this. These guys are running, bouncing from wall to wall. They are playing so aggressive at the moment, and it feels like Vex, they kind of look frazzled with what to do with it. I mean, they're playing well enough, but they're just getting outplayed.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, do something. We know they can produce at a high level, and it's just tough, man. Like, you're always going to be up against it when you've seen what they can do, and they now have an 11 kill lead. It's so difficult to pull back from that. But I think for Vex, they're getting pulled into the speed that Do Something is playing. And when someone like Snaky is 11 and 4, it's very hard to slow that down to your own pace, right? It's a 12 kill deficit, so you got to wipe Do Something 3 times completely, and that's just not something that Vex have looked like they've been able to do. Maybe they can pull around. So Snaky kills Cloney with the team kill, by the way. That's a bit awkward with the rocket launcher. So Do Something not quite out of it yet. Back to a 9 kill lead, but Vex still got some work to do to catch this up.
They do. Kill now potentially on the cards here for Looney, looking for another one. He will find it. It just makes it look so easy there, Looney. And that's the kind of plays that you want to see coming out from Vex Gaming on their way back in towards this game. Still, though, that 9-point deficit, it's going to be tough to crush. Now looking over towards Warlord inside Arcade as well, facing down a ton of nades. Glory sending one right in towards his face. I don't think he expected that one to be the one that takes him down, but every time we're switching POVs at the moment, we are switching POVs on towards Do Something players that consistently find themselves right into the mixer, right into the action, finding themselves kills, and it has resulted in this scoreline at the moment where Do Something now just 9 frags away from walking away with a Street Slayer win and a 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, Snaky 15-5. This is really what you expect from these guys, right? Like the caliber of play right here. And for Vexed, the game against Must Be Nice was close. But like I said, if you didn't get out to a good start, as Warlord is going to find Cloney though. But it is only 6 kills for Do Something to get that victory. So trades will do for now. For Vexed, it's been about just been getting outplayed. You see Hollis finds one, but he gets traded out as well. Looney, 15 and 14, by the way. So Looney been getting a lot of kills here, but do something with only 4 to go. Now only going to be 3 to go. Oh my god, wow. Only going to be 3 to go, but do something can just trade it to the end. Zed Mighty's going to get one. It's only going to be 2 more, and it looks like do something are going to take 2-0 lead unless something miraculous happens from it.
I want to hear you do that again. That looks good. Anyway, regardless, do something just one frag away. And yeah, that's what you want to see, a miracle. But it's just not going to occur as do something walk away. They waltz away. They strut away with a victory there in map number 2, Vex Gaming. They do put up a bit of effort, but unfortunately for them, do something. Just, again, it was that early game advantage. They were able to build it. And again, you know, we talked about it in the first series of the day where do something. They felt like they really started to get some momentum in their favor. And once that happens, once you're seeing these players effectively just fly around the map with some god tier movement, there's not really much that you can do. They felt kind of like they were just pushed a little bit too far there in game number 2. Take a look at our final scoreboards there for the end of the game. I mean, what we were talking about, Snakey, big player there in that one, 17 and 8. But I got to say, I mean, even though we can talk about do something here, I do almost feel for Looney because he put up a really, really good effort there in that game.
Right. Sometimes you try to carry your teammates. There's only so much carrying that can happen. I mean, still the fact that he died 15 times, we talk about like 11, 12 is about the average kind of deaths that you want to have, but sure, he got 17, but you compare Snakey 17 and 8 versus 17 and 15. If you're dying half the time, well, you're probably going to be leading your team to victory, and do something probably wasn't as comfortable as it was against Must Be Nice, but it's still been looking pretty chilled. And now we're moving on to game 3. My personal favorite is going to be CTF on Aquarius. So I'm super excited for this map. I'm ready to see how it goes. For Vexed, right? We saw it against Must Be Nice on Bazaar. Had really good entry, struggled to get it out past mid. I would suspect that their entry is probably going to be more difficult against Do Something, but we've also got to see how their defense is because they had a couple of clutch defenses against Must Be Nice.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you got to start bringing that gameplay together because if you let Do Something just waltz into your base or bring it out into mid or down the side, blue and yellow, you're going to be in a much bigger problem.
Yeah, that's the key thing for me. I think, you know, what Do Something are so good at is map control, ultimately, right? And, you know, we cannot see that again here from the Do Something roster if Vex Gaming want a window back into this series, because Aquarius is not a forgiving map at all. You know, if you let a team have control of the middle of the map, you know, they're going to get that camo. You know, they're going to be able to work off the back of that to potentially pull the flag along one of the lanes, right? Along one of the outside lanes. So you do have to be careful, but we're about to jump into it, folks. Do Something are just one map away from becoming your full series open number 2 champs here in EuropaHalo, giving them a ton of points on the way to potential spot in the grand finals.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if we mentioned this before, but winners get automatic spots into finals. So,
oh, they do? Oh, there you go. Well, they will get.
So, yeah. Oh, not quite able to pop the camo right there, but Do Something going. I mean, Warlord's on 3 kills already. So, as I was going to say, Do Something getting some kills on the board, but Warlord and Vex Gaming out to a hot start right now. So, yeah, Squashy gonna kill Snakey as well. Can he get another? He's gonna get a double kill, and maybe this flag has opened up a little bit. They know where Cloney is, so maybe Vex can pull this flag, and they will. First flag gonna be pulled by Vexed. How far can they make it across this map? Fortunately, only Warlord left alive, so probably not very close.
Now look at the pressure that Warlord is facing as well. He gets away with 1 frag, and that'll be good enough here to at least keep that flag out in the open momentarily, but not long before Do Something are able to return it. But that is a really good effort, I will say, early on from Vex Gaming here in terms of really putting your stamp on the game. In the early game, that is a good start, but now you need to start to deal with some of this rising pressure coming on through here, because now you're seeing Do Something. They've got a couple of players ready to go. Pollers with the heat wave, though, going to be really crucial here to stopping this push as Glory able to get one with a pistol and now do something, starting to encroach on the base. Cloney with another one as well. Vex Gaming, they will spawn up close by, so they are ready to hold on here, but this heat wave has to be utilized well enough. Here come the do something players, and Cloney picks up one, Snaky with another one as well. This should result in a pull, and now what is the reaction like here from Vex Gaming? They will spawn up over towards Planters, over towards Fridge. They need to make their way across the map fast.
Yeah, you asked for a reaction. Well, most of Vex was dead, so not much of a reaction. And look, again, just they're kind of dying all over the places. Glory is going to get one as well, but Cloney just running that flag back. He's going to score. Do something, take a 1-0 lead. Snaky is 9-4 already. Again, just absolutely crushing it. But Cloney grabbing that flag, getting it in there, and now they're kind of pushing towards once again. However, 3 members dead as we see Halo's has the camo. And these 4 members going to be getting in close. They're going to take down Zed Mighties. Can they grab this flag and move it over? Oh, that's all. Halo's just whiffing on the jump there. However, this flag is out and Clooney has no idea that he's behind him. And he is going to go down as well. So, he's going to tap the flag. And what can Vex do?
That tap will be important. Keep the flag alive and now active as well. Glory, though, they try and get the return, and another tap comes on through, so that flag remains active here. There's still a chance here for Vex Gaming to get that one across the middle of the map. They need to start putting that effort in. Snaky with a heat wave tries to drop away to his second weapon, but it will not happen here. Players still up for Vex Gaming, but unfortunately for them, that flag has now been returned towards the base. So back to square one they go. Still 1-0 down in this one, but the aggression is starting to be put together here once again from Do Something. And you have to remember here as well, James, last time around when they were able to get in towards the base, it was this lane in which they did it. Down to just Halo's now. This should be the pull. Can they get away just as cleanly as they did last time?
Yeah, it looks like they will be able to. And now it's so important. But look where Vex is spawning. Already people are dying from Vex, right? So they're just pulling it straight down the side again. Look how much work Zed Mighties was doing. Sticking around in base, and once again, Clonely just going to run right down and cap that flag, and Do Something might just pull it again here. What can Vex Gaming do? It just looks so easy for Do Something. Just rinse and repeat, go down the same lane, pull the flag, Cloney runs all the way up the side and caps, rinse and repeat, 2-0. Next, still do have 8 minutes, so there is still plenty of time, but what are they going to be able to do as Snaky is dominating this map right now? And as we say, Glory picks up the camo.
They've got to shut down this right-hand lane. Honestly, this is the second time that's happened now where Do Something have been able to get in through. It doesn't help that they give the camo away now to Glory, and this is the kind of play that you expect to see coming out from Glory. He's right behind enemy lines. What can he do with it? Stays silent enough to get the kill on towards Warlord. Perhaps a second would open up the lane for potential teammates. Unfortunately, they have already fallen over towards Fridge, and Halo's will deal with Snaky. So the threat has been neutralized momentarily here. Vex Gaming now able to get some modicum of map control, and now maybe something they can put together here will be a push on towards the base of Do Something. But see now, as we're on board with Glory, how do they deal with this pressure starting to come through? There is the pull, and now this has to result in a capture. Even at this point in the game, you want to get yourself on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to let this go on. Don't go on too long. You definitely don't want to go 3-0 down. So, what can Vex Gaming do here? Doesn't look like. Oh, I was about to say, doesn't look like they were able to get out, but Mighty's going to pull the flag back as well. So now we have 2 contested flags and a lot of fighting just outside Vex base. Snaky's going to go down to Squashy, but Glory's going to get Warlord. Squashy's going to trade him. 2 flags out and about. What can happen here is we're going to go on board with Cloney. He's going to throw a sizzle stick. Flag looks like it's going to be returned. However, Vex still have control of this flag with Looney. Can they score? This is going to be vital. It is going to get it in, and Looney is going to score. Vex is going to pull it back to 2-1. Some beautiful work outside of their base to make sure they kept Do Something at bay. Wow, managing to pull it in with Looney. Perfectly done. Returning his own flag. Pulling his one, Do Something's one back in, and Vex, like he said, didn't want to let it get away too early, and this is the perfect comeback.
A great response coming out now from Vex Gaming. It will give themselves 1 point on the board here. Now starting to move forward once again, though, will be do something. Clonely getting aggressive. He has been getting highly aggressive so far in this game, and while that hasn't always worked out, he's always been in the mixer for some kills. Good attempt there by a player in the middle of the map to grab Camo, but it won't activate just yet. Instead, it will now be Snaky, who has it in hand. They're escorting the flag now to get this one across the base, and, well, just as quickly as Vex Gaming, they get a flag in for themselves. It feels like this flag should now go on through the juggle in, and just like that, the flag pull, it's a very quick capture and a very quick response from Do Something.
Yeah, Snaky, 20 kills and a flag cap. Absolutely just destroying the server right now. Do Something, like you said. What's the perfect comeback when you have a flag capped against you? Just cap one straight back. Take that two flag lead. They are only 2 flags away from winning this grand final, and honestly, they have looked real good for it already. And Snaky's gonna find 1. He's gonna find almost 2 as Cloney takes the kill from him. He's gonna do a few 360s to make sure his shield gets back. And once again, they're coming down this same lane to try and cap it again. Looney is going to go down. Snaky, 24 and 10. Going to come in here. He's going to find Hollows. That didn't even look difficult. 3 members of Vex dead momentarily. Snaky just going to sit at the back of base while he waits for his team to respawn. They're going to once again come down that right side. And what can Vex do to halt this progression?
The thing is in my mind right now, James, if this results in a flag capture, that might well be the death knell for Vex Gaming. They cannot let it happen once again. But as we said it, Clonely, Mighties, they're starting to pick up frags. There's only 1 player left alive in the base. Warlord spawning up over towards Fridge. They're not going to be able to stop this flag pull going them through. They're taking it the route that worked out for them not once, but twice so far in this game. A stop potentially on the cards here. But no! Snaky, living up to his name, he's just so slivery. Gets away. And now that flag's still out inside the base. It is within touching distance for Do Something to get it right all the way home. You feel like this might be it. The juggle. Looney's putting some crossfire in. I think that's it's probably all over here. That 4th flag should come through. Looney gets the kill. I don't know how that didn't go through. Doesn't matter. There it is. Just 1 flag capture away from ending this game. But at this point in time, with 3 minutes 30 left on the clock here, James, feels like that might already be the case.
Yeah, Snaky slithering his way in and capturing that 2nd flag. 25 kills and 2 flag caps, but once again, down that right-hand side, just making it work for them. And Vex just have no answer. There's just no way for them to combat this. Some beautiful movement. I was about to say beautiful movement from Clonely, but just gets blown up at the top of the route. Gonna be a beautiful nade coming through. Can it be a 2nd one? But it is going to be another flag momentarily taken here. Is going to be a returned. Glory going to come back around down this fabled right side. He's going to get 2v1 though. But for Do Something, the time is completely on their side, right? 2 minutes 30. Vex have to get 3 flag caps just to bring it to OT. They're going to be in desperation though. Do Something just got to play some solid defense. I wonder if they're just going to defend or if they're going to try and flex and get that 5th flag cap as well.
I mean, they could well do so. That would end the game. But at this point, I think maybe caution is the way to go here. Jesus, that was a Mighty. Yeah, I'm just going to grab this kill with the Commando. You know, they're flexing on him when their Commando is coming out. The flag pull that could well end this game. Now out into the wild. The supporting frags are in from the middle of the map as well. Warlord might well fall. Snaky trying to get some shots from afar. That return, I think, is probably going to come through here. So that flag not going to go through just yet. But nonetheless, I mean, this aggression, if it continues on, it is effectively just countering anything that Vex can do here in this game. They still need to get 3 flags, and it's just looking like a prospect that's not realistic at this point in time.
Yeah, and sure, Vex might be a team that play together a lot and have a lot of like communication and strength in that. But Do Something, you've got 4 players who are individually very good, and sometimes that's just going to be better, right? Snaky 27 and 14 as Cloney's going to pick up the flag. Is he going to go down the right side? It looks like he is. He's going down the other side, actually. I think he's going down the other side. But this looks like it's going to be cap number 5. Oh, he might get killed. Nope. Do Something. Going to put it in. Clonely with 3, Snaky with 2. Do Something going to 3 Vexed Gaming in the grand final, and they are going to take the Fall Open Series number 2. Pretty convincing fashion, I might add.
Yeah, they didn't drop a map throughout the entirety of the day. Coming into the final day of play, they hadn't dropped one, and they will continue to do so against brilliant teams, by the way, as well. You cannot underestimate the rosters of Must Be Nice and Vex Gaming. Both of them brilliant at what they do. And, well, fortunately for them, they just got taken down by a superior team and do something. All of those players have had their moments today. We kicked off the day with Z Mighties playing incredibly well on the recharge strongholds. We finished the day, of course, with pretty much everybody just going off, going bananas in that final game. Just brilliantly done. And I want to point out as well, because I don't think we said it earlier on, this is now the second Open in a row now that Clonely and Glory have managed to grab a victory for. You know, last week they did it with Limazur and Simply Gambit. And now this week, of course, a little bit different of a situation. They do it with Mighties and Snaky, but nonetheless, they get it done.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. But yeah, we'll just un poquito, right? We're gonna have a look at that scoreboard because Snaky was just on fire, right?
I don't think we can get the scoreboard. Maybe we can get it.
Hopefully we can get this.
We can get it. It's a scoreboard. There we go. We're here.
We got a scoreboard. Look, Snaky 27 and 15. Look at the amount of assists though. Basically everyone but Glory getting double digits. Just outplayed Vexed. Vexed, credit to them, did get a flag cap, but do something just showing exactly how Aquarius should be played. And yeah, in the end, did not drop a map. And yeah, a great winner for the Fall Series Open number 2. We will be back. We will be back on Saturday for the final Open number 3. So guys, tune in there, look for it on Twitter, sign up. Last opportunity to bag some vital points. Just chuck them in the bag of points right there for the finals. So those teams will be decided afterwards. Obviously, after Open 3, there is Worlds where we have Navi, Ascend, and Jailings going to do EU proud. Anything else? Anything else you want to add?
No, mate. I'm thoroughly impressed with Do Something. I think if this roster is the roster that they go through with to the grand finals, obviously it might not be because I think Clonely and Glory might well just turn up with another duo next week or in a couple of days' time and have a ton of fun on that one as well. Who knows at this point? But if that is the case, this is a roster to behold. It's been brilliant casting for you today, mate. I've loved every single second of it. Ton of fun. This is the first time I've casted Halo in ages, and it's just I love it. I love it so much, mate.
I know. Get us on the people out there. Get us some more Halo desks. We wanna cast more Halo. Yes. But guys, thanks very much. I've been Captain James Force. This has been Infinity. You guys have been awesome. This has been Open number 2. Do something, wrapping it up without losing a single map. We will see you on Saturday. Peace out.